Hi Anuya, thank you for being here. We're here to do some fun recordings today, and
Yeah.
I have some questions that I wrote down so that we can tell all our new members about TiE Women and all the good work that we are doing. So to start with, can you give a short introduction about yourself and what your company does?
Yeah. So, hi Ria. Firstly, pleasure to be here and talk to you. I'm basically the founder of Serigen Mediproducts.
Mm-hmm.
At Serigen, we leverage innovative material science solutions to develop medical products that address challenging needs in orthopedics, breast cancer, advanced
Mm-hmm.
wound care, and so on. So, we're the world's first company to use natural silk proteins to actually repair bone defects.
Very cool.
That's what we're focusing on. And we've had very successful clinical trials in that we're expecting to launch the product soon.
Mm-hmm.
And our advanced wound care product is also in the market already, showing very fantastic results in diabetic wounds,
Mm-hmm.
burns, and second degree burns, and so on.
Very nice,
Yeah.
very innovative and very new. Not a lot of companies doing this kind
Yeah.
of work around the world, I am assuming. And how did you take your Thai entrepreneur journey when you started in Pune? How did you decide you wanted to join Thai and Thai women more specifically?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm basically a scientist by training, and when I was doing my research, and my PhD, I actually stumbled on this material called as silk, where I thought it has immense potential to actually uh, contribute towards the medical or the healthcare sector in India. And the reason being that as a scientist, I think we end up publishing the research, we end up patenting it,
Mm-hmm.
but then seeing the science that you have developed actually impact lives of patients and
Correct.
doctors
Correct.
was an immensely satisfying
Mm-hmm.
experience for me. So that's how I actually got started on the entrepreneurial journey. And while we were into this journey for about 3 to 4 years, the Thai Women competition was announced. And I thought that was a fantastic platform
Mm-hmm.
to showcase the innovation not only to the local um, industry but also globally. The platform actually gives you opportunity to meet a lot of different entrepreneurs from medtech sectors and several other sectors, connect with a lot of women entrepreneurs. I have learned immensely from the successful charter members at
Mm-hmm.
TiE, and that was another reason why I thought it was important to join this initiative, and that's how I got into TiE in 21.
In 2021, and now
Yes.
you're a charter member as of this year, so
Yes.
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Sorry, I need to refer to my questions. What kind of support did you receive through the TIE network that helped you both in the pitch competition and then after to run your business?
Yeah, so I think when I joined the Thai Women Initiative in Pune, and I won the pitch actually
Mm-hmm.
from the Pune, and then I had mentors who worked with me for 2 months before I actually pitched at the global event in Thai. And I think those 2 months actually transformed the entire story for me, for the company, the way
Okay.
I showcased the company, what was the vision that we were looking at. We really had deep dive discussions on every aspect of taking the innovation and the product forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was phenomenally, that was like the changing point for me, turning point for me in the journey. Um, and then so during that time, the slide deck, in
Mm-hmm.
fact, Dr. Kiran Deshpande was my mentor, and also Mr. Subhash was the mentor. So with them, I think we looked at every word that was there on the slide, why it is
Mm-hmm.
there, why it should be there, whether it is important to have that word there. So we had really deep dive discussions
Mm-hmm.
on each of those words. And the slides that I've developed in 21, I still continue to use them. So they are like, they've been my blockbuster slides through all
Right.
the journey now.
And all the learning that happened while making the slides, I'm sure, informs how
Of
you make the rest of
course.
your tech. Very nice. And these people were primarily Thai Pune mentors?
Yes. So
Okay.
both of them were TiE Pune mentors. Dr. Deshpande is actually an accomplished
Right.
entrepreneur
Of
himself.
course. Yes.
So it's phenomenal to see that the kind of inputs he is able to bring, in spite of not coming from the medtech sector. That
Correct.
was very surprising for me. That both of them actually came from a very different background. But some of the pillars on which you build a successful business remain the same,
Right.
whether it is IT, whether it is sustainability, whether it's medtech, and so on, right?
Correct.
So I thought that was very interesting the way they applied all those concepts and helped me think through those about how it would apply to a medtech company like ours.
Right. And then how has TiE Women, outside of the pitch competition, how has the network here helped you, and what makes Pune such a great place for women entrepreneurs?
So I think the entrepreneurial journey itself is a lonely journey.
Mm-hmm.
It is long, requires you to be immensely patient, immensely resourceful, and immensely resilient, right?
Right.
So at every point of time, it is important to have like-minded people, people who have gone through that journey, or also, witnessing the same kind of situations, or navigating through the same kind of challenges that
Mm-hmm.
you are facing in the journey. At Venture Center, so we were incubated at Venture Center, and at Venture Center, we're very proud to say that 30% of the companies are led by women,
Right.
and 70% of the companies actually have at least one woman founder.
Right.
So I think having that group of peer network
Mm-hmm.
is actually very important for an entrepreneur. You learn so much about how they have navigated through those
Mm-hmm.
challenges. It's inspiring to meet some of the people there through what journeys they have had and where they have reached.
Correct.
And so I think for me, apart from the Venture Center community, I met a lot more in the TiE. So Venture Center is more focused on deep science,
Right.
but at TiE, I think you meet entrepreneurs from different genres of companies and different sectors. And like I said, there's always a learning that you can take from different sectors into
Absolutely.
the medtech, right?
Absolutely.
So having this opportunity to talk to or learn from peers like Parul, peers like Mansi, who we
Mm-hmm.
had a winner last year,
Right.
I think it's been immensely enjoyable and enriching experience.
Right. And as scientists, we tend to get stuck in doing our science, and we forget
Of
about the
course.
important parts of running a business.
True,
And
true.
it's helpful when other people who
Correct.
can remind us of these things every once
Of
in a
course.
while. But we also need our scientist friends so that we can talk
Talk.
and enjoy
Yes.
the science that we are working on.
Working
I'm
on.
going to refer to my questions once more. What would you say to women who are watching this, who are not yet part of TiE or who have not registered for the pitch competition, both in terms of what kind of support can be offered to them for the pitch competition, but also just how the network of both TiE Pune and TiE Women. And now that this year we are looking at the initiative as outside of just the pitch competition, what does it have to offer all of these women who may be still sitting on the sidelines?
Yeah. So I think women in entrepreneurship itself, if you have a great idea, I think now is the time to take the deep dive and take the plunge. 10 years ago, Pune or India for that matter, in terms of the ecosystem that we had for startups, was very different. Today, there are so many opportunities that if you have a good idea, I think it's very likely that you'll be successful
Right.
if you follow that passionately and if you're able to do that. But like I said, the journey is always faced with a lot of challenges. It's not a very straightforward, it's not a linear curve that you follow. And therefore, it's important to meet different people who can support you in accelerating the journey, who can help you navigate those challenges throughout the journey. TiE Women Pitch Competition is one avenue where you'll get to meet a lot of such women founders and peers and learn from them. In addition to that, of course, interacting with charter members who have been successful entrepreneurs themselves is, of course, an opportunity. But we are coming up this time with even more things for the TiE Women initiative. And I think that will also give, it's just an exposure to the entire ecosystem that you could get to see across the city, right? Which is very exciting presently. I mean, I have met so many phenomenal women entrepreneurs just through this TiE Women initiative, and that continues to inspire me in my journey. So I think if you're looking for motivation, if you're looking for support, if you're looking for inspiration, if you're looking for mentoring, this is the platform to be there.
Yes, that's great. And how has your journey from being an associate member now to a charter member changed how you view entrepreneurship and how you can think of giving back to community? That's what a charter member does, right?
Like I said, I have been very fortunate and privileged to learn from the TiE Charter member community when I joined as a TiE associate member.
Right.
And now that I'm in a stage where, I've taken my company to a certain stage, we've launched products and we've navigated some of the challenges. I think this is an opportunity for me to interact more with women entrepreneurs, help them navigate
Mhm.
their channel, help them chart their journeys and courses of the entrepreneurship that they want to pursue. So I think it's a very satisfying experience that way when
Yes.
you have an opportunity to give back. It's actually my own selfish motive. I feel very happy when I can support
Fair
someone
enough.
and anything to for the women entrepreneurs. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you so much, Anuya.
Thank you, Ria.
It's
It's a
been a fun
pleasure.
conversation, and I'm very excited for all the things that the TiE Pune Women's Chapter is going to do in the next year.
Of course. Hello, women entrepreneurs in Pune. I'm here to tell you about the TiE Women Global Pitch Competition, whose applications are now open. It's a phenomenal opportunity for you to network with the women community, learn and get mentorship from some of the esteemed charter members at TiE. So do not miss this. Make sure you apply soon. The deadline is approaching, and I'm looking forward to meeting some of the phenomenal women entrepreneurs in Pune. Thank you.